This is my official sign off. It has been 6 long, beautiful years of creating content full time in the political space, and it is my goodbye. I bid you farewell. I have had 6 amazing years. I have learned so much about myself, so much about the industry, so much about ups and downs when it comes to running your own business, being your own quote unquote brand, being a quote unquote influencer. Y'all know I hate that word, right? Having followers, I hate that word too. You are supporters, okay? You all were my supporters, and I appreciate you for that. But it has been 6 beautiful years. When I first started this journey, I was really outraged. Outrage is which was my catalyst to just get out there, seeing what was happening with the 757 Boeing airplanes across the world, the crashes, and them presumably not doing anything. And that then turned into me becoming your political BFF and giving you the political updates and the tea and letting you know what's going on and breaking down civics and how it works and understanding laws and complexities in our government and just bringing it in a way in which that is fun, relatable, and easy for folks to understand, because it was my passion, my burden to ensure that we all knew what was going on. Because you know how I always say, baby, we pay tax dollars, okay? Those tax dollars fund politicians. Politicians create laws that we all must abide by. And if we don't abide by them, there are negative consequences. So we literally pay people to tell us what to do. So I knew I was going to be involved. So I thought you should be involved too. And that is what I've done these past 6 years. That is been my bread and my butter, if you will. But like all good things, they must come to an end. And I have wrestled with this thought for quite some time now. If I'm being fully transparent, I've been wanting to step away since the beginning of 2024. This isn't a new thing for me, but it was the Super Bowl. It was a presidential election. And so in my mind, you can't step away in the Super Bowl. Like, this is the grand dame of all things. This is when you show up and you give the people all that you got and give it to them so that they know what's going on. And obviously the election did not pan out the way in which I wanted it to pan out, which I know a lot of you didn't want it to pan out the way that it did. And I struggled after that if I should actually walk away, because we are going to need people giving us the updates, letting us know what's going on, probably more than ever. Probably more than ever. And I struggled with that because in my mind, I have to give it to you. I have to be I got to show up. But that was pride. That was pride in thinking that my voice was somehow the voice that was going to crack through so that you would understand what was going on, when there are many other voices out here, many other people doing good work, educating the folks on what's going on, giving their analysis and their opinion. Side note, I'm going to link a few of the people that I listen to in this post, wherever you're watching it, TikTok or Instagram. You'll get the link. If you're watching it on YouTube, you won't get the ad, but you know how that goes. And that's not a ringing endorsement of these people, of me saying I agree with everything that they say, because it's not. I sometimes find myself vehemently disagreeing with some of the takes of the people that I'm going to tag. And a lot of times I'm hooping and hollering, talking about, go ahead, let's do the thing. So I'm going to highlight folks that you may already know that seem to still be wanting to do the work. But I don't have to do the work. I don't have to do this work. And I've come to the realization that even though I've enjoyed it, even though it's been a career for me, I left the traditional 9-to-5 world in 2019, and I've been doing content creation full time. In there I had to get a job one more time because money got funny. But I'm no longer at that job either. But this has been a career for me. This has been the high of heights. I've been to the White House based off of this content creation, giving you the updates, to the first ever Black Excellence Brunch. Me invited on the South Lawn of the White House. Me invited to the White House's first ever Mental Health Creator Summit. This is my first year being an actual therapist, and I've been invited, to such spaces. And so I've had a blessed opportunity to do a lot of amazing things in this space. And I think thinking through all of that, it's difficult to come to the conclusion that I'm actually going to walk away. I've been wanting to walk away for a while, just because I think that there is something else that the Lord has for me to do. And could I still do this and do what I believe that I'm called to do? 100%. But that wouldn't be fair to me. I learned this year, if I had to give this year one word as the framework of what the year was all about for me personally, it would be the word capacity. And in this year, I learned that I only have so much to give. I am a husband first. I'm a father. At the time I was working a W-2, I was working a contract therapist job. I'm still content creating. I'm still showing up in my local church, serving in various capacities. I'm trying to be a friend. I'm still trying to be here for myself. And I did not have capacity to do all those things at the same time or well at the same time. And so I am accepting the limitations that I have and reprioritizing what's important to me. The Lord say the same, wife say the same. I'm never not going to be a husband. I'm surely never not going to be a father. And so those things take precedent. They take priority. And then there's just a whole nother space to where, like I said, I'm not leaving content creation, but there's just a whole nother space of content that I think the Lord is calling me to. And so I would say, if you've been rocking with me all this time, or not even, I would say, let me say, if you've been rocking with me all this time, whether you got here 6 years ago when I started or got here 6 minutes ago, I truly thank you. I thank you that you allowed me to have your ear, because I don't believe that any of us are owed a platform. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to have your ear. It is a privilege to come through on your phone screen or on your TV if you're watching me on the YouTube. That's a privilege, and I appreciate that. I thank you for that. It has, like I said, transformed the career that I've had. It has brought me an abundance of income. Hello, somebody. Come on. Get on your content creator Zoom in 2025. Somebody, this message is for you. It has brought me an income that I in my field, because I'm a social worker, that I could never make in a 9 to 5, never make. And so I thank you for that. I thank you for when I had merch, those of you that bought it, when I was doing, Patreon, those of you that were getting the behind the scenes exclusives, when I've done lives and you all have given on the super chat, thank you for that. When I was doing the, just giving updates and doing the Cash Apps and the Venmo, thank all of that. Thank you for that. And thank you for following, and thank you for commenting, and thank you for liking, because those things, those actions in turn help me work with brands, nonprofits, organizations, where I was able to amplify messaging that I believed in and also make a coin from it. And so thank you. Thank you. You all were a part of the story that changed my life. So thank you. And I also understand, as I transition into new content, that it may not be content that everyone wants. It may not be the reason that you showed up, and it may not be the reason, or it may be the reason that you leave. And to that, I say thank you as well. Thank you for allowing me to still be here while I'm here. And for those that are going to come with me, thank you in advance. For those that are leaving, go in grace. Go in grace. Because it's your ear, and you get to decide what you consume. And so I just want to round out by saying, I don't know that I will ever leave politics and civic education and advocacy in my heart. There's still things that I'll do, in my local context, in the local area. But for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be away. In this space, you won't hear political analysis from me. You won't get the political updates from me. I'll be away. And so I want to say goodbye, but I leave space for coming back in the future. But for the foreseeable future, it's been real. It's been an honor. It has been something that I just never thought could be. I just never thought could be. I mean, I dreamt it. But the actuality of it, I never thought would actually take place to where I could sufficiently do this, and not only do this, but be well and be able to pay bills and all the things, and more than pay bills, to thrive, not just survive. And so I'm immensely grateful. I am eternally grateful for the platform that the Lord has given me, because that's truly where I believe this has come from. So I'm eternally grateful to Him through Christ for the platform. And I am extremely, extremely overcome. Extremely thankful for you all. I just don't know that I can say it enough, because it's been transformative. So, like I said, in the comments or in that caption, I will be tagging creators. Shout out to those creators that are still doing the work, that still want to go forth. And thank you all in advance for those that will be with me as I transition into the next part of my content creation career.